We are going to be doing a walk on Vanderbilt Avenue. And this is the Vanderbilt Avenue in Brooklyn, not in New York City. I want to welcome everybody in. We are going to be walking through, well, right now we are in Prospect Heights, but we will be very shortly in the Clinton Hill section. What we're going to do is we're going to take Vanderbilt all the way down to the Brooklyn Navy Yard area. We're gonna take Flushing Avenue. Once we get down there, we'll get on Flushing Avenue and then we'll walk into Williamsburg. So that's gonna be it. So Prospect Heights, Clinton Hill, and Williamsburg, North Brooklyn. So you got this South Brooklyn guy walking around in North Brooklyn. Like I said, we are on Vanderbilt Avenue in Brooklyn. I got the idea the other day. We were walking on Vanderbilt, the short Vanderbilt in New York City by Grand Central, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you just do the long Vanderbilt? Let you guys see what it looks like down here. Now this strip of road, you're going to see some commercial businesses, and then, you know, you'll also see there'll be some streets that are just residential. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get across the street, because you know how I like to roll, there's sunlight on that side. You can actually see the Brooklyn Navy Yard area in front of us down there, the skyline down there. It's gonna be a little while till we get down there. Today is quite muggy. It is 75 degrees, but the humidity, I'll try that again. 75 degrees and the humidity is at 90%. It is muggy. And it feels like it, that's for sure. We got some more rain coming in. We had a little bit of rain last night. It wasn't much. New Jersey got all that rain. New Jersey got all the rain last night, but now tonight we're going to get rain, and then tomorrow's supposed to be on and off storms. So I'm going to be monitoring that tomorrow. I might step out with the camera and do a walk. We'll see. I think that bike in front of us got some music going on. You'll see a lot of bikes and scooters over here. This is what I was telling you about. This block right here is all residential pretty much. So we got a puppy here, just sitting here waiting for his owner. You see these old brick style tenement buildings here in North Brooklyn. Get across the street to turn around and take a look at this corner building I'm walking by right now. This is Bergen Street right here. So this is on the corner of Bergen. Omar's Indian Fine Cuisine. There is a little bit of a breeze down here. They got some of these newer buildings. Interesting architecture. Nice windows. I had to hold my breath for that. I don't know if you guys saw that dust coming out of the street, but I had to hold my breath for that. Oy. So here we are, Atlantic Avenue coming up. And right below us here is the Long Island Railroad. I'll give you guys a look at the yard here. This is the, we like to call the Brooklyn yard of the Long Island Railroad. These are the trains that will go into Atlantic Avenue. This is where you get the LIRR. Down over there, actually, well, you can't see the Barclays, but the Barclays would be behind that big building in front of us. This is the train yard. So we cross over through Atlantic, we'll be in Clinton Hill. I guess right here you could consider this downtown Brooklyn. A lot of overlapping you know, neighborhoods and districts down here. Now we walked this strip a while back. We did a Prospect Heights walk where we walked. Man, I can't remember. We walked down. This was like the second half. We kind of came down. I think we were down over on Washington. Don't quote me though. I can't remember. It was a while. It was like a year ago. We came down this way. I'm at least going to get midway across. Yeah, there we go. Got the light. Clinton Hill. And we're going to take this now, this part of Vanderbilt, and we're going to take this up to Flushing, down by the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and then we're going to walk down to Williamsburg. Show you some of the architecture over here. Yeah, this side looks nicer. There's just a bunch of big buildings on my left side, so. This morning I had to do my laundry. I do my laundry really early. I like to be in when the laundromat opens really early. And when I came out and I started walking over to the laundromat, which is only a couple blocks over from where I live, I was like, wow, it is really humid today. Like right now I'm sweating, and it's not because of, I'm not sweating because of, you know, I'm worn down. I'm sweating because it's humid and your perspiration's not going to dry on a day like this. It's Fulton Street. Got all these bikers. You might see some kids on the streets. That's because school is out. There is the Rosh Hashanah holiday. So all of the public schools are closed. I think we're going to go back across the street because there's some nice walk-ups over here. Some mixed brownstones. Let's go take a look at these. Got a lot of bikes over here. And they go right through the light. So. There you go. Check out some of these walk-ups. We are right next door to Park Slope. So yeah, if you're saying that it feels like Park Slope, I mean, we're right next door, very close. I mean, it's just brownstone walk-ups all the way down this block. It's a long block too, by the way. I'm looking at where the next intersection is. It's up there. Look, we've pretty much, look how far we've already walked since the last intersection. This is a long block right here. And you got this old colonial style home that's still intact across the street. I'll show you guys in a second. I mean, it's still, like you could imagine, it's the same. In the same, you know, condition that it was whenever it was put down. That's it, right over there. Look at this. Probably something historic that that's not registering right now at the moment. Look at that. Nice armory style type of building. Big church across the street here. This is Green Avenue right here. Green Avenue, my favorite color, green. Got another one of these colonial style homes right here. Look at this. And it looks like it's gonna get a renovation. A lot of historic buildings down this area. We're gonna be walking down onto Flushing by the Brooklyn Navy Yard and also the Naval Cemetery. I am a Navy guy myself, Navy veteran. Oh, look at this home right here. Look at this. This looks old. I want to see what the front looks like when we get across the street. Look at this. You guys could see that from here. This is Lafayette. Oh, we've been on Lafayette. I knew we were like right on the edge of this is, if you take a right and you go down, you'll be in Bed-Stuy. We did this. So I actually showed this house off before. You go into my channel and you could find the Bed-Stuy walk I did on Lafayette. I remember this house. This is right next to that church. church over there. This is a big church right here. I think this is Queen of All Saints. Yeah, it is. This is a really big church. I smell some food cooking. Could be this Brooklyn Hero shop. DeKalb Avenue. These are some interesting looking walk-ups. Look at these. They don't look like the normal one, the usual ones. I mean, some of these buildings look just amazing. And it's amazing because they were built so long ago and they still look just amazing. Grazie-Ella's, is that what that is over there? So one thing, I'll be honest, the one thing that sucks about doing these walks is like I walk by some really interesting places to eat that I never get to try. Because I'm always walking and I never come back, you know. I do come back, but it's not like I'm going to come back tomorrow. But I never get to try any of these places. St. John's University. And you got the Baptist Church. So since we're mostly in the Clinton Hill neighborhood for this walk, it's probably what I'll title it. But we started in Prospect Heights, but we're also going to be in South Williamsburg for a little bit. That's where we're going to end it. We are getting close to the Naval Yard, which is not a naval yard anymore. Myrtle Avenue. You take this, man, you can walk literally, well, multiple streets, like Myrtle Avenue, even we're going to get on Flushing, but you could pretty much walk all the way into Queens. This right here, Myrtle Avenue, will take you, so this will take you through Bushwick and then right into Ridgewood. This will take you right through like some of those streets you've heard of, like Knickerbocker Avenue. We actually did that walk a while ago. I gotta come back down here again. Hi, puppy. The little dog was wanting to lick my leg. So we're back. This is all residential over here. You can see all different types of homes over here. Like you can see some of these homes are hidden by a lot of foliage, but they're very old homes. I'm looking across the street, so I'm interested in looking architecture over there. Look at these patios. Look at these. That's beautiful. Now, let me get in the street here, because I'm going to stay on the side and show you some more stuff. See that? Some of these smaller homes over here. You know what? That side actually looks more interesting. This is what you're going to see on this side. That's all. So we're going to come over here. I am trying to maximize the view time on good architecture so you guys don't miss anything. Look at this home. Look at that one. Nice patio, balcony. The fire escape up there. This is definitely one of the more interesting blocks we've come down so far. This is a nice home right here with the tree. All right, we're getting close to Flushing Avenue. I got some little homes nested in right there. Yellow and like a blue-gray kind of. This is the BQE we're going to be walking under. Yes, Brooklyn has a Park Avenue. This is Park Avenue in Brooklyn. So, you know, it's funny. We're walking on a street that's in New York City, in Manhattan, and now we're going to cross by another street. That's also in Manhattan. Park Avenue. This is like the equivalent of a 3rd Avenue. We've got to walk underneath the overpass. And we're going to get back across the street again to look at those. This will be the last street that we walk on Vanderbilt, and then we're going to turn as we make our way over to Williamsburg, South Williamsburg. South Williamsburg is in North Brooklyn, by the way. Don't get too confused. And then over here, you got these interesting looking fronts. Oh, this smells really good over here. What is going on over here? I smell baked bread. I don't know if it's coming from this Vespa place. It's definitely not. Well, the Vespa place smells like new rubber tires. I think this is like a bakery over here. There's got to be somebody's cooking bread over here. Look at this space. Look at this space, guys. Look at that. Brooklyn Navy Yard. There we are. By the way, this is where they're baking the bread right here. Parlor Coffee, by appointment only. They definitely baking bread in there. All right, let's do some non-stop walking now. Let's turn Flushing Avenue, which, yes, it'll take you all the way over to Flushing. There's the big Brooklyn Navy Yard building. A lot of big buildings down here. Here we go. All right, let's get some quick walking in. Let's do some fast-paced walking now. I gotta watch out for this guy because I always almost get hit by these things. Not this time. Not this time. They used to build ships down here, man. A lot of the old naval battleships. You got the Steiner Studios building over here. Yeah, so now for the rest of the time we're walking is, you know, this is the type of landscape we're going to be looking at. We'll see if we get into some different streets with some retail commercial. You go to Steiner Studios. Hope everybody is enjoying this walk so far. We are now pretty much getting into Williamsburg. We started in the Prospect Heights for a short period over by Prospect Park. We walked a majority through Clinton Hill, which was kind of still in. And we'll be wrapping it up in Williamsburg. When we started this, the temperature, I don't even remember what the temperature was, but it's quite warm for this time of year. Like, as far as muggy, it is really muggy right now. 75 degrees, 90% humidity. I'm sweating. Got a lot of these old armory style buildings down here. Very desolate as far as there's like nobody down here but me, and every once in a while you'll see somebody walking by me and stuff. I had mentioned earlier the Naval Cemetery. I believe that's over here. And we're moving into Williamsburg now. You can actually see the heart of Williamsburg in front of us, out down there. Look at this building. Those like porthole style windows. probably going to end the walk over on Marcy and Union, which is pretty much the same street. It's the same road. One side, like the side we're on here, is Marcy, and then the side on my left, going further north, is Union into Williamsburg. I'll probably stop over there. The train is over there. Interesting story. So I don't know, something happened on the trains this morning, and the F trains were running on my line, on the West End line, and that's what I took that train to get down to Atlantic, and then grab the 2 train over to Grand's Army to start the walk. But yeah, the F trains were running on my line, and it was because a train broke down or something, and they said there were major disruptions on the F and the G line. Now, if you've lived in New York long enough, and have rode the trains as much as I have, and a lot of people here in New York, you kind of get used to that stuff, and you also come to know that those delays usually take about an hour to clear up. So I'm thinking by the time I get over to the train station in a little while here, everything that happens an hour ago will be cleared up and everything will be good. This is Williamsburg Street. We are officially in Williamsburg right now. South Williamsburg. It doesn't matter. Williamsburg, South Williamsburg is all the same. There's a major on-ramp to get onto the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. We should be hitting some more populated areas now once we get past this overpass. "43 minutes, not bad." So we're probably at we're about to hit about 3 miles. 3 miles of walk in here. We're getting killed by the lights, by the way. You guys are free to skip around. I am not going to cut the feed. I'm going to keep going. You guys like trucks? Here we go. There's some big trucks coming off the highway. There we go. We got the light. We got the light. We're moving. Look at this thing. It looks like I don't know what it looks like. I just got hit with the biggest smell of fish. So I don't know if there's like a fish market going on over here. Maybe I walk by one. I don't know. I'm gonna get across the street so I could look at this building here. That's over here on my right. I want to get a better look at it. There's some interesting stonework going on here. This is the EPA, huh? NYC Environmental Protection. I feel like we've seen a lot on this walk. This is the area of Williamsburg that's been really redeveloped over the years. Just a lot of these big condo type buildings. Franklin Avenue. The traffic noise has really picked up down here. This is the Jewish area of Williamsburg. So you got a little bit of a leak here. Bedford Avenue. Eventually we're going to do some walking on Bedford Avenue. We'll start all the way down in Crown Heights. I'm thinking we'll do that eventually. We'll start off in Crown Heights and walk all the way up this way. So this is like a little preview. Bedford Avenue, as you can see, has a lot of residential, man. And a lot of traffic. I cannot wait to get onto a train because the train will have AC. I'll tell you, this morning when I was traveling here and I got on the F train, AAC was really nice. So I could use some G train AC. G trains are running the newer trains, the newest trains on the line, so I know I'm going to get AC. That's one thing, a lot of the trains have actually, even the older trains, pretty good with AC, so. Every once in a while, you'll step on a train that has no AC on a hot day, and that's what you you get off. Do not get on those trains. Those trains are dangerous. I mean, it's really the equivalent of being inside a hot car, you know. If there's no AC, I get right off. I don't care. I'll wait for the next one. Sometimes you'll have trains where just one or two cars doesn't have AC, so you can walk into another car and see if the AC is on. Yeah, interesting looking building. Kind of ugly. I hate to say it, I hate to admit it, but it's got some old character to it. It's like an old building. Walworth, not Walworth, but Walworth. W-A-L. W-O-R-T-H. Walworth. I was saying this earlier, schools are closed. This is our Jewish holiday, Rosh Hashanah, so a lot of these businesses are closed today. Jewish businesses are closed today, so 52 minutes on the walk. We're getting close to the end. You're coming up on Nostrand Avenue. If you guys are interested in Nostrand Avenue, check my channel. I did Nostrand Avenue a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago I did it. I'll tell you, this is one of my worst walks with lights. I can't remember. I'm not going to get it. I was going to try, but I'm not going to play chicken. Oh no, look at that. Light changed. I'm not going to play chicken with buses, okay? You get squashed like a bug. Yeah, this walk is definitely going to clock in at about an hour and 3.5 miles. Look at this. That was an interesting windowsill. By the way, I didn't mention, but there is a housing authority complex on my right for this whole block, so I've been focused on this side. Alright guys, this is it. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. This was a good walk. We clocking in just under 1 hour. This is Marcy Avenue. Marcy Avenue pretty much in front of me and to my right, and then when we turn the corner here, if you go up my left here, it turns into Union. You can see the G train station over there. It's the Flushing Avenue station. I wonder if there's one on this side. Yeah, there is. I'm gonna stop it right over there. This is the Union side right here. So this is Marcy right here, and this is Union right here. Good place to end, because I am not going to make you guys wait for this light change. So I want to thank everybody for tagging along. I will catch you all on the next one. So stay tuned for more walks, and bye bye.